Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today we're making 3 simple recipes in the Gosney Dome XL. Really an amazing, versatile oven where you can cook just about anything outside. We're gonna be cooking some of my favorite recipes, a little mixed seafood. We got some shrimp and squid, butter beans, olives, pickled peppers, a little fennel. All that's gonna get tossed together with some olive oil. And we're gonna pair that up with a little bit of roasted asparagus from the garden, as well as some beautiful radishes and turnips that I got, leaves and all, and just let them bake in the oven. And we're gonna pair the squid and the seafood with just a really great roasted red pepper sauce. Boom, boom, you're cooking outside, easy peasy. Oven's out there, fired up, getting nice and warm. It's all about setting yourself up for success. So before we start cooking, let's go through a little ingredient shrine about what we're gonna be cooking with today. We got some squid, classic Rhode Island TNT here. Point shoot, it's special, baby. Just some tubes and some tentacles of the squid. If that's not your thing, just go ahead and double down on some shrimp or some clams or whatever you're into. I got these beautiful Gulf jumbo shrimps that we're just gonna peel up, devein, and I like leaving them kind of like a cocktail shrimp where you leave the little back fin on, but you peel the rest. We got some butter beans, creamy, delicious. They go great with seafood. And then to match that, we're gonna have some fennel, which I'll slice up real thin, some shallots and some garlic, a little bit of thyme will go in there, aromatic. We got some pepperoncini peppers, some Castelvetrano olives, and a few Peppadew Peppers. Gonna add a nice little tanginess to it, a real classic with some calamari, and also goes great with the shrimp. And that's all gonna get mixed into a big pan. All right, and we're gonna pair that with our side dish, which is just that beautiful breakfast radishes from the garden here. Just absolutely gorgeous, matched with a little bit of asparagus from the garden. It's spring here in New England, and it's, we're tailing out here. We're getting into summer. So this is the last of my little spring veg, beautiful Japanese white turnips. Grew them from seed and they just came out phenomenal. You can eat these raw. We're gonna plate that over a little green goddess dressing. Simple stuff. We got some yogurt. I got a 1.5 cups of just whole fat yogurt. We're gonna use about a 1/2 cup of sour cream, some parsley, tarragon, mint, and some lemon juice, a little garlic, right into the blender. We're gonna make a nice little semi-thick kind of just a little dressing. We're gonna plate that, put our roasted veg right on top of it, all right? That's gonna be our side dish. And our little sauce, it's just a little roasted red pepper dressing. 2 whole bell peppers, some red bell peppers, and then I found these little mini sweet ones at the market there, just little kind of sweet little red peppers, as well as I got 3 shallots, and I got about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. I like to use a little lemons, so I like to put that right in with the broiler too. Let them get a little char, let the sugars on them caramelize a little bit. We'll squeeze them right into the blender with the peppers. Voila, magic is going to happen. Ready to go, all in the Gosney Dome. I got the XL outside, fired up, ready to go. It's what I love about it the most, man. It's just so much more than pizza, you know? They've been making ovens for a while, and people have been making, and I've made some of the best pizzas I've ever made in it, but cannot emphasize enough how much I enjoy cooking other things like fish or proteins or vegetables. Anything that you can really do hot and fast that you would want to do in an oven. Odors are good, but let's face it, you got the AC going, it's hot in the summer, let's cook it outside. Keep the oven off, let's bring the party outside. All right, so let's get cooking here. That concludes our little ingredient shrine. Respect everything that gave up its beautifulness for us to cook with. Anywho. Let's start off with our seafood, get that out of the way. So I like to just peel the shrimp and leave that little top swimmer part, almost like a shrimp cocktail, as you would see it. And keep the shells, they make a great stock. And then I'll cut them right down the back. I like when they kind of peel out and open up almost like a lobster tail. But that's where you're gonna be looking to devein if there's that nasty little shrimpy kind of boo-boo there, all right? But that's what we're looking at, just a honker. 1.5 pound jumbo shrimp. We're gonna be using a decent amount of olive oil, probably, 1/2 cup. I'll start with just a little bit, just to get it coated here, all right? Shrimp, right in. Every step, we'll hit them with a little bit of salt. Next up, we got the squid, all right, the calamari. Tentacles, I leave as is. I absolutely love the tentacles, and they curl up, they just get beautiful, and they're absolutely delicious. So I'll add those right in as well. And this is all gonna get mixed together. We have about 1 pound of squid. And then for the bodies, the little tubes here, this is all cleaned. I like kind of a big ring, but we're gonna cut it into like, a nice little 1/2 inch classic calamari ring. Oh, what's that? You don't live by the ocean? Not a problem. You'd be surprised how much squid freezes phenomenally. It's probably one of the most sustainable seafoods that you can eat, and you can get it just about everywhere. We got shallots. All right, I'm gonna slice up 3 shallots. Nip off the little rooty end. I love shallots, just kind of mild, delicious, just a classic. If you don't have shallots, obviously you can use onions. Slice them into nice little kind of 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch rings. And that can go right into our olive oil as well. So we have a fennel. There's one small fennel here. We're gonna use about half. And what I really love is the fennel fronds, these green bits. For the half a fennel, you can cut a little bit of that little triangle, little stalk, the little stem in there. Again, it's edible. Same thing as our shallots. We're just gonna do a nice little 1/8 inch little slice. Fennel, it's got that great little anise flavor. I'm a huge fennel fan. Throwing it in with seafood, it adds a nice little freshness, almost like a tarragon. We'll mix that in with our shallots. Pepperoncinis, we're gonna put those in whole. We have about, I'd say about a cup, about 15, right in the center there. And then we have our pickled red peppers, our little pickled cherry peppers here. Sweet, and what I'm gonna do is slice them into little rings. Each one I slice into a third. Just like our little calamari rings, we're gonna do little pepper rings. Right in with the rest of our peppers. Same with we have about a cup Castelvetrano olives, whole, right in. Don't even be shy. Same with our 1 can, it was like a 15-ounce can butter beans. You get right in there too. A little bit of thyme. So to finish off, I'm gonna take 3 cloves of garlic and just gonna crush them, and we're gonna chop it up. 3 cloves, we'll give it a nice little rough chop. Nothing too crazy. Add that right to the party. Hit everything with a little bit more salt. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of black pepper. And again, this is gonna get paired up later with our roasted red pepper garlic sauce. That's beautiful as is, right? Little fruta de mar. We're gonna add another 1/4 cup of oil. Make sure everything's coated up pretty nice, okay? Oil is your friend on this one. Beautiful. Lemon right in the party. We're gonna let that cook with it. I'll squeeze it at the end. And then we just want to incorporate everything. Mix it all up real nice. I mean, if that don't make you happy, you're definitely hanging out with the wrong guy. So we got our main set up to marinate. That can sit to the side. Next, we're gonna make our red pepper sauce. Starts off, I'm gonna peel the garlic and the shallots, add them right to the tray. The pepper bits here, we're just gonna leave them whole. All right, coat everything in olive oil. Same with the lemons. We're gonna roast these bad boys too. 2 red bell peppers, like I said, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the seeds out and cut them into halves. Everything's gonna get coated with a little olive oil and salt. Coat to beauty. Coat the lemons. Coat everything. Give it a nice little toss. All right, make sure everything's nice and coated. Oil's really gonna be your friend in helping things caramelize and char evenly and properly. A little salt on top, never hurt anyone. All right, so this is our pepper sauce base. Shallot, garlic, peppers, lemons, marinating. That's ready to get thrown in the gosney. Now, let's go ahead and oil up and get ready for the oven as well. Our radishes, beautiful radishes. Again, breakfast radishes grown in the garden with some beautiful Japanese little turnips here. So yeah, we got some beautiful last of the season asparagus. All right, and then just some radishes and turnips, just the whole spectrum of the plant. It's just a really, really fun way to eat radishes. They're so easy to grow and so abundant, so being able to showcase the whole plant is just really, really fun. We're just gonna coat it generously with some olive oil and a little salt and let this all kind of char up and wilt down in the gosney. And we'll just coat that up, and we're gonna wanna lay that nice. I let the roots kind of forward into one direction and the greens in the back, so we can go ahead and point our radishes a little bit more towards the flame. And I like to kind of protect the asparagus under the greens a little. We got all 3 of our trays ready for the gosney, ready for the oven, ready to start cooking. Let's go outside, and I'll show you the oven and get these things roasted. We got the oven set up on low here. And we're gonna pop that in. Tongs, side towels, great. But you know, the oven's hot, man, and they make these great kind of like fire ovens, little oven mitts. It's great. You can grab stuff without burning yourself. I really can't recommend them enough when you're cooking in something that, you know, packs a punch as far as heat goes. Really get that rolling flame over the top, that down heat. You really can't fake that, you know. An oven's nice, but having that active rolling flame acts as like a broiler, a little salamander, and just cooks it up perfectly. And we can control our temperature here with the dial. High gets that rip and roar over the top, which we want. And what's great is it shows you the oven temperature of the inside, but then also the stone, the deck temperature, which is a really nice feature. So we're gonna keep an eye on these and just let them broil away. Man, look, there's even enough room in here. You could slip a little cast iron in there or a little saucepan if you were making something else. A lot of real estate, you kind of can't beat it. So about 5-6 minutes in, our peppers, our veg, citrus, everything's cooked up, charred up nice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring this inside. Oven set. We got a medium-high heat going. We're gonna go ahead and slide that right in. I'm just gonna try to wilt down these greens, break down the stems a little bit with some high heat, and get a little char going on some of these radishes. And those greens really start to wilt down real quick. I mean, look at that. So I like to cheat it, let them kind of hang out a little bit, sticking out, tapering out of the oven, a little less heat towards the mouth. Because remember, that deck, that stone, the bottom is hot too. It's not just the top. Everything's gonna come through real quick. So I like to allow the roots to go in there and get a little cook time of their own before we hammer away on the greens, because they don't take too long. Coming out real nice. We're getting that Beautiful char on the radish there. We got a nice little char on our greens, wilted down, a little color on our radishes. Absolutely perfect. That and a little green goddess dressing. Real crowd pleaser, everybody loves it. Yogurt, sour cream, herbs, lemon, pepper, salt. Yum! Goes great with that charred veg. And it's just a really wonderful combination. All right, sauce is all mixed up. Looking beautiful, looking thick, looking nice. Nice amount of salt, a little bit of pepper. You really just want that bright freshness. Herbs, a little bit of that lactic from the yogurt and the sour cream should go really nicely with our charred up root veg there. Yeah, we made a lot. Squids. Now we're gonna make our red pepper sauce. That's gonna be a little sauce, a little accoutrement for our seafood, our roasted little seafood medley over there. So we got our peppers all charred up beautifully in the gosney. I like to take the skin off. The skin itself, a lot of nutrients in it and completely unnecessary. We are gonna blend it into a smooth paste, but it does have a little bit of a bitter flavor to it and can sometimes be hard to break down in the blender. So it's good to just kind of peel off some when you can. All the sugars that caramelized in the oven on the fruit already went from a raw pepper into like what you would get out of a jar or a can, that like fire roasted red pepper. I love it. Takes a little bit of the moisture out, sweetens it up a bit. This is gonna blend up phenomenally. So we got our peppers, shallots, garlic, lemon juice, salt and pepper. Add a little bit more pep. Let's get this thing going, let's see what happens. See where we're at, let's see where we're at. Salt. Let's go. I really like that a lot. I like that a lot. You know what I'm gonna do? All right, wild card. Gonna add a couple tablespoons seasoned rice vinegar. Wanted a little more acid, and I like that. I like that. Pinch more salt, pinch more black pep. I like where this is going. I'm getting a little excited. All right, incorporate. Tasting for seasoning. Acid levels. Color, phenomenal. Texture, delicious. Pinchy do more, and then we're out of here, dude. So money. Calling it. That's it. It's perfect. Ooh, I cannot wait to eat that. Let's go ahead and put that in a little jar, and we'll finish up our main. Get the squid, get the shrimp, get the butter beans, get the peppers in the gauze, in the oven. 375 on the deck, 435 on the top. We're gonna turn it up a little bit and just keep an eye on it. I don't want it to burn, but you do want it to cook all the way through, right? Every few minutes or so, every 5 minutes, just go in there. I'm gonna stir it up, mix it up, moving around, cooking evenly. So it's been about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, and our seafood is looking phenomenal. All right, everything's done, everything's hot. Got a nice little char, built a little sauce in the bottom. It's gonna go great with that red roasted pepper sauce. I wish you guys could smell in here. Locked with flavors. You get that tanginess of the pickled peppers, the seafood, the squid, everything got into the shrimp, got a beautiful char on it. The pepperoncinis got a little char on it, but underneath it is all that delicious flavorful olive oil that poaches the rest of it. I mean, the tentacles are one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. Dripping in freaking delicious olive oil. You kind of can't beat it. I know we did a lot, but not really. We got a lot of red pepper sauce. Use it on everything. Same with our green goddess. You could dial it down by half if you're just cooking it for tonight. Salad for dinner tomorrow. I'm getting hungry. Let's plate up our veg here. Spring garden vegetables, our radishes, turnips, asparagus, our green goddess. I'm gonna throw it right on the plate here. What are we talking about? Boom, perfect, see you later. And that just goes right there with it, all right? Boom, it's a perfect, why put this on a platter? Why do anything with this? You cooked in it, it's perfect, all right? It's happy in there. I wanna taste a piece of that squid right here by myself with a little bit of the red pepper sauce right on it, okay? A little piece of pepper, okay. Tender, delicious. I mean, clean flavor, as opposed to just doing it in a skillet or on the grill or something. I love being able to keep those liquids, all that little sauce, that olive oil base on the bottom, all the butter beans and the fennel and the shallots and the garlic are cooking in there, melting flavors into the whole dish, while the top, the squid and the shrimp pick up this beautiful char that you would get, like say on a grill. This is open fire cooking outside. You kind of can't beat it. I can't help myself. Oh, the shrimp. Let's try a little radish. Picks up a little char, and it's kind of perfect. Paired with a little bit of that green goddess. That was not elegant.
Yeah, it was.
One of my favorite dishes to cook in the Gosney. Big flavors, low dishes, you know, very minimal cleanup. Comes together in a snap. And I haven't met a person that does not like this dish. So make it at home, guys, and let me know some more stuff that you like to cook in the Gosney that I could try out in my backyard. We'll see you next time. I love you, and cook responsibly. And cook with a smile, all right? Cook with some love. This right here, this pan right here is nothing but love. Big flavor, look at that. Oh, buddy boy.